When an officer's dog suddenly started barking loudly at the casket during his funeral, no one understood what was happening. The dog wouldn't stop for a second and seemed frantic. Despite the police chief's advice against it, it was decided to open the casket to calm the dog down. When they opened it, people screamed in horror. At Ethan Carter's funeral, his family, colleagues, and his service dog, Max, were present. Max, a close companion and partner of the fallen officer, was just as heartbroken as everyone else. Ethan and Max had become partners in 2017 when Carter joined the police force and requested to be in the K-9 unit, having loved dogs since he was a child. Max, who had lost his previous partner in a shootout, became Ethan's new partner. Initially, their relationship was distant, but it changed after they successfully completed a mission to find a missing person. Max curled up at Carter's feet, and Ethan smiled, knowing he had earned Max's trust. Over the next year and a half, they solved many cases together. However, their mission to intercept a gang of robbers turned out to be Ethan's last. A shootout ensued and several officers were shot. Carter lost too much blood and couldn't be saved. One partner was put into an induced coma, and while other officers had less severe injuries, Max was also wounded but recovered quickly. The dog experienced the death of his partner for the second time. Back at the funeral, police officers sat by Ethan's grave with Max lying at their feet. Initially, everything was calm except for the quiet sobs of Ethan's relatives. Suddenly, Max approached the casket, sniffed it thoroughly, and began barking loudly nonstop. The dog seemed frantic, and no one could pull him away from the grave. The officers decided to open the casket, even though the police chief advised against it due to the gunshot wounds on the deceased's face. When the casket was opened, Ethan's mother screamed that it wasn't her son, and the other relatives screamed too. Max, however, immediately calmed down. The police halted the funeral and went to the hospital to resolve the situation. They quickly learned the truth. On the night of the shootout, 2 wounded officers had been brought to the hospital. One died from blood loss, and the other was put into an induced coma. The injured officer's face was covered in bandages, and the doctors admitted that due to the chaos, they had mixed up the bodies and declared Ethan dead when it was actually his partner who had succumbed to his injuries. Ethan had undergone surgery and been put into a coma. The police had made a huge mistake in taking the doctors at their word and not conducting an identification. Ethan regained consciousness a few weeks later. After being discharged from the hospital, he returned to work, deeply saddened by the loss of his partner, but grateful to have survived. Ethan was immensely thankful to Max, who had managed to unravel the terrible situation in time. The officer and his faithful dog continue to work together, trusting each other unconditionally. If this video brought a smile to your face, please leave your thoughts in the comments section and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.